Yeah, I'll try to compare it a little bit to Dota 2. HotS is the... Wait, let me pick a talent for it. I'll go Force Armor. HotS is like the bit more simplified, more action-packed MOBA out there. Among the three that you can pick, it's also the least toxic, most likely. It's very much steeped in teamwork. The number you see here is not our takedowns, it's our level. Everyone levels up together whenever you get XP. I'm currently playing as Li-Ming. She has 0 CC, pretty much, until her ult. She has just spells and spell damage. We just got a nice hit. So this Diablo, this creature with all the spikes, that is our tank. And he just, he has a shadow charge, which is a stun if he hits someone into a wall. He will push them back, he will gain some movement speed, and when he pushes them into a wall, it's a stun, and then he can flip them over himself. So I'm playing a mage that has pure skill shot, spell shots, like this. One is does more damage the further it travels, the ball, and then I got missiles that obviously you need to hit in order to do good damage. I can kind of spam on towers. So unlike in Dota 2, you can actually hit all your spells on towers, pretty much. So that kind of surprises me sometimes. I'm gonna try to hit for their backline. Their tank is known to be quite good into our tank. Because ours, oh my god, Lunara, please! Ours relies on doing a skill combo, knock them, and then flip them. And their tank, which is an orc called Garrosh, can interrupt his skill combo by flipping him instead of getting flipped. And then Tychus, this one with the gun, is also extra good. He's got pure damage on an auto attack. He can have 3 seconds of pure damage. He'll do 12 hits. Each of them does a percentage of the max health damage. What's quite typical in Heroes of the Storm is to run 1-4. This is like a simplification for understanding the game. Because 1-4 is not necessarily the best, but it's just the simplest to understand for players. So it's very common to just go on this map 4 bot, because there's like 14 maps, right? Unlike in Dota. It's very common to just go 4 bot and then 1 top, as that's just kind of become a gentleman's agreement now. It's not ideal. Let me explain why it's not ideal. One team is gonna have the better team fight comp in a 4-on-4. And one team, it could be the same or it could be the other one, is going to have the better push comp, the one that can kill towers better. The team that can kill towers better should want to be 4 versus 1 and have their 1 defend against 4. And the team that is the better team fighter should be wanting to be 4-on-4 in the team fight. However, everyone's just doing 4 bot. This is a perfect example of how HotS is in a way a bit more casual, because just for simplification, it's just all bot. 4 bot versus 4. Even if it's not the ideal way to play for at least one of the teams. And so now we're doing an objective. We both have a boss to kill. If we kill the boss, it's gonna push for us in the lane against them. So now they came for a defense rather than doing what is called a race, where both of you are trying to get the kill on the boss. Instead of a race, we are they went for the defense, trying to kill us instead. Usually on the first objective it doesn't work to kill us instead, but if they do very well it can work. Ah, one more hit! Yeah, okay. I might die. Any heals? And we had no healer here. The healer was all the way here for some reason. But we got the objective. So what's interesting, objective is gonna have something like 15,000 health. And we got it down to 0 when our boss was still 500 life. So it was incredibly close, actually. So what does Deathwing do? Yeah, the dragon, right? That looks like my cup. The dragon on their side is completely unstoppable. You cannot CC him, except with terrain. So you cannot slow him, stun him, silence him, anything like that. And then what he does is damage. Fire breathing, pretty much what dragons do. Oh, Rexar came here. We can kill Deathwing, we can kill Deathwing. He's dead. He was left by his team. Did you see how everyone just left? Hanzo's gonna hit a nice scatter here for sure. So towers retarget to you if you attack players while you're underneath them. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, now we're in a 3v4. I got caught. They're kind of trying to get Diablo. I think they will get him. Yeah, there's no way he can get out. I didn't start the dice behind the fort, okay? I went with the team. We could have perfectly just let the low health guys get away and attack the fort. This looks like mindless skill spamming. Is it fighting from minute 1 to end? Well, this is what... It's more fighting, yeah. It's a lot of fighting. There's not so much thinking at solo queue into lane manipulation. And I gotta say, even at pro play, it's not as much into lane manipulation, how you kill minions or anything like that. Yeah! He had no follow-up, so... Dodged. I would have died if I didn't dodge that. Yo, we got a kill. 2 kills, nice. I'll clear this camp that is pushing. So here, if you take merc camps, you don't get items like in Dota 2, but instead it will push for you. It becomes a lane minion. Same thing with a boss, like Roshan. If you take a Roshan type boss, instead it will just push for you onto their towers. That's an ult by him that deals damage. He's just kind of fishing without a lot of hope, really, to get big damage. Garrosh is trying to play out of vision here. Gonna try to get a bit of a flank in. So my hero is good for teamfight, but is also good for poking at the Immortal to get damage in while they try to defend. We've got good range. Oh, he's almost dead, bro. Dude, if I had mana. I think we wait a bit, because there's 2 dead for them, and there's 2 dead for us. So we just wait until we get more people back. But I can poke a bit if they're... We see the health dropping on the blue Immortal. You see the health bottom right is dropping a bit. That means someone was attacking it. And it's still dropping. So we know that not everyone is on us. He could be hiding out of vision. Just gonna race a bit more. Looks like they're fighting up there. I'm gonna chance a look. They need me. Okay, we got the race. They're defending the globes. Globes are something that drops when you kill objectives or lane minions, the wizard. Globes will give you healing and mana. They are your color for 6 seconds, then they turn color and the opponent can pick them. So when you win the objective like we did, you get 2 globes in the center. But when they defend it, if they feel strong or they want to force a fight, they can defend the globes and then steal them from you. And they did that. That gives them a little bit of extra health and mana regen for like 16 seconds instead of you having that 16 seconds of healing. Oops, I misclicked. Garrosh continues to try and flank. I took Glass Cannon at level 13. This is a very risky pick. Glass Cannon is a pick that drops my maximum health by 15%, but I gain 20% spell power. This is both healing, if I had any, but I have none, as well as... dead. Yeah, it's spell damage, basically. It's part of the reason why I was able to burst him down with the help of my 2 tanks. The roles you pick in this game is usually 1 tank, 1 bruiser. Bruiser is your off lane. And then you usually, if you want to simplify it, you get 1 healer, 1 auto attacker, and 1 spellcaster. You can definitely do 2 mages, and you can definitely do 2 auto attackers, but if you kind of want to be ready for anything, you get 1 auto attacker that can punish tanks. Tanks can't stay in their auto attack range because they'll take too much damage over time, very consistently. And then the mage is for burst, so that yeah, you have that. And you always want to grab some CC in order to lock people down. It's funny they stood in that wisp. I mean, it's similar to Dota 2 in that it's a MOBA, but you see that the game flow is very different. Like, there's a lot of action. There's very little lane control mechanics. It's pretty much action from moment 1. Sometimes you can have like 8 deaths in less than 10 minutes as a person. Of course, that's not ideal. It's not good. Yeah, we should just go for the keep, I agree. Either he's dead or he's not. We can just get the keep while they're trying to get a kill. All of them are trying to get a kill. They either will or they won't, but we get a keep. Sounds like my Broodmother gameplay. Yeah. Well, it shouldn't happen, of course. I think I can kill him if I hit. All right, do we end? We are 5 versus... Lunara's not here. Okay, I think, yeah, we just race. We could have tried to go for the core. Their death timers is like quite long, but 2 of their DPS and their tank is alive. Yeah. Since Lunara decided not to go core, we can't. If he came with us, maybe we have a chance. We don't really have numbers on the daily peak count of this game. We don't know how many people play. Blizzard hasn't released those numbers, and because they're not on Steam, we cannot see it outside of it. In Europe, the game is... the matchmaking is quite fast. As you may know, it's also free to play, so you can always try it out. It doesn't have the same intricate early game laning mechanics like Dota 2. But it's very fun just to fight a lot. And it's a little deeper than it seems, even if it's not as deep maybe as some other MOBAs. Oops. So Li-Ming has a trait. Every hero has a trait, which I think is different than Dota 2. I mean, we don't have items, so we have a couple of other things. We should just go bot and end, right? A trait, every hero has a trait, which is like an extra special thing outside of their ability picks. And for me, it's critical mass. Getting a takedown will refresh the cooldown on all abilities. So this is a snowball hero. If you kill one, you can kill many. So there's two ways in which you can distinguish yourself in HotS, besides just playing well. It's how you pick your talent tree. So every level you got like 3 options. You can spec into Q, W, or E more, or make a combination mishmash. And the second way is quest talents. Quest talents are relatively new of the last few years. Every 2 basic attacks against the same hero within 10 seconds grants 1 stack of redemption. Once you have 12, you get 50% bonus attack speed. If you die, you lose 3 stacks. So you can see that Sven here was trying to get 12. It does nothing until you get there. Once you have 12, you attack faster. But if you die, you lose 3, you're back to 9. You need to get 6 attacks against 1 hero again. So that's a way that you can measure your progress as an individual carry person, doing good in quests, doing well in quests. But there is less potential variety per hero. Like, yes, there's the talent builds and there's the quests. There's a little bit less variety from game to game of the hero that you play, as could be in Dota 2. Now, I don't know how often you switch up your items based on the situation in Dota 2, and how extensive that really is. Could you have 50 games on one hero and have 50 different item sets, or do you typically gravitate towards one build and make minute changes? If the second one is true, then it's more like HotS, and if the first one is true and you change items every game and you really have like 20, 30 different experiences, then it's a little bit more varied in that sense. I hope you enjoyed the over-explain. I'm going to take a short breather as I read chat, and you guys can tell me what you think was useful or what you don't know yet.